I'm like so embarrassed for him that I'm like, I really, like, what went wrong?
My husband thinks the things he does for me are bare minimum or above and beyond. Leaving me a post-it note every single day.
Bare minimum.
Cooking dinner every night.
Bare minimum.
Doing the dishes after you cook dinner every night.
Bare minimum.
Doing your own laundry.
Bare minimum.
Planning date nights.
Bare minimum.
Bringing me matcha in the morning.
Bare minimum.
The New York trip that you planned for my birthday.
Above and beyond.
Buying me a car when we were engaged.
Above and beyond.
Buying me my dream car after I had our son.
Bare minimum.
Buying me a Cartier ring for our 7-year wedding anniversary.
Bare minimum.
What?
If you can afford it.
Guys, don't do videos like this. Like, I don't care what she promises you. It's not worth it. You look so unbelievably like played and owned and just like walked all over and so sad and pathetic doing a video like this.
In today's episode of Women Keeping Other Women Single,
I'm like the worst friend to go out with because if a man is talking to you and I don't like that man for you, I'm going to make it very clear that I want him to go away. Okay. I'm the friend who's like, did you even buy her a drink? And then they're like, oh, you ruined it for her. She could have had it all, but you ruined it for her. Yeah, I ruined it for her. It was me. It was me who ruined it, not you who spent 15 minutes talking to her about nothing. And you didn't even offer to buy her a drink or a snack, a mozzarella stick, a pretzel, a peanut. And I vibe. You know what? I'll take it. I will take that.
you know, I'm starting to think there are a group of women out there who are working with these cat food companies, cat supply companies to keep these women single. I really believe there's something going on like that. They're in cahoots or something, and their plan is working to perfection. Now, I know some women are going to listen to this and agree with this young lady, but this is the issue that I have with this. If that girl is talking to that man for 15 minutes, maybe, just maybe, she like him. I mean, I'm just spitballing. I don't know for sure. Now, if your girl told him to leave and he didn't leave, that's one thing. But if she's sitting there having a good conversation with this man, but you don't like it, who are you to tell him to leave? Matter of fact, if I was your homegirl, I would tell you to leave because you are the problem. And how do you know he wasn't about to ask her, do she want a drink or something to eat? How do you know what his actual plan was? Sometimes you get caught up in conversation and you forget about that stuff. How do you know that wasn't his plan? But to be honest with you, it shouldn't matter. If you ladies are out and you want some mozzarella sticks or a drink, get you some mozzarella sticks and a drink. Why you need a man to come buy that, huh? What happened to Miss Independent? What happened to that? Why are y'all sitting there starving and thirsty waiting for some man to buy something? That is ridiculous to me. That man and that woman was having a good conversation, but because you didn't approve, you want to go and mess it up. So now she gonna miss out on her future husband because you wanted some mozzarella sticks. And here's the funny part. If you wasn't sitting there so worried about what your girlfriend was doing, maybe some dude would be up in your face talking to you. But that's not happening, is it? The fact is you're a hater. And if I was your girlfriend, I would go out without you because you shouldn't be dictating what kind of man she needs in her face. So many of you women, it is all about money. It is all about what y'all can get from a man. So when y'all around a chick who won't think like that, it drives y'all crazy. I swear, if there was a list of things that kept women single, it'd go like this: feminism, these eyelashes, pandering men, women, and at the top of the list, single women. Single women are like the Michael Jordan of this. The greatest of all time. They are the absolute worst. But anyway, those are just my thoughts on that. Leave your thoughts in the video. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.
In my wife, your father or your father? Hold on. Yeah, your father.
Please, hold on. He's
sir.
my sex trafficker. Please do not let me go with him. I do not want to go with him. Do you have the back of town coffee location? You know what would be preferable if my mom. Okay, please. My sister came for me.
Okay, sir, we're calling the police,
Yes.
so we're gonna let them handle it.
Yeah, the police.
Yes, the police.
When
Yes.
the police is here.
So when they're here,
Is there the police?
that can be arranged.
See, ella mi esposa.
He was trying to sex traffic.
I understand that this is supposed to be your wife, but she's not safe.
Sí, no hay ningún.
Well, she did make a video thanking those girls, saying that's actually her husband and she wasn't telling the truth. All that happened because she was drunk.
The girl from the video, I am really sorry for the whole commotion that I caused, and thank you to those two girls that helped me call my dad and my mom, or whoever they called. I want to say that I was blacked out drunk and I didn't know what I was saying.
I don't think some people grasp how irreversible certain accusations are. Being labeled something like that, even if the person is drunk, I don't even care if they're drunk. That can cause reputational damage. If you know drinking consistently is pushing you into blackouts to the point where you're making reckless accusations like that, why are you drinking? I don't know if I could come back from something like that if I was the husband, because that is something that would weigh heavily on my mind. Let this be the last time you ever drink.
The hardest marriages for women to leave are often when they are married to husbands who are good guy presenting. And I want to explain this to you because these husbands, they don't yell, right? They don't cheat. They don't disappear. They show up when they're supposed to. They will help if you tell them exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it every single time, right? They're not necessarily aggressive. They're not really chaotic. They're not necessarily scary and having, huge outbursts. They're literally just there. And I think for so many women, this is what makes it so hard to name and so hard to leave, because nothing is technically wrong, right? But nothing is deeply right either. Like, he doesn't proactively make your life easier. He doesn't anticipate your needs. He doesn't carry the mental labor with you. He just sits there waiting for instructions, like a puppy dog waiting for a command, right? And when you're exhausted and you're resentful and you're already drowning, this will make you feel like you're crazy, because you have friends whose husbands are way worse than that. You've seen the horror stories. You've seen the TikToks. You know that worse guys out there exist. And your husband isn't necessarily like that. He's a good guy, right? But good guy presenting isn't the same as being an engaged and invested and a participative partner. Bare minimum behavior wrapped in politeness is still bare minimum. And what makes it so draining is that you can't point to one big thing. It's not like one big thing happened in your marriage. It's literally by 1,000 paper cuts. It's that you're not considered without asking. You're never relieved from your duties without delegating to him first. You're never being prioritized without being prompted or reminded. And then you start wondering if you're crazy. You start wondering if you're asking for too much, wondering if you're just too hard to please, if you'll never be happy. But you're not asking for too much. You're not too hard to please. You are literally asking for partnership, but you're getting this passive participation and you're being expected to tolerate it because it could always be worse.
So apparently there's a conversation happening online right now about should married women or women in committed relationships be going on girls' trips with their friends. Now, I think this is a maturity issue, and here's why. Some of the girls don't know how to go outside, be outside, without going to the club, getting drunk, and shaking ass. Now, that's some of you. However, some of us know how to act. Right? So when I say I want to go on a girls' trip, I want to go to a cabin in the snow and journal. I want to go to the desert and go on a long hike. I want to go on a yoga retreat in the forest with my friends. And my man doesn't want to do that, and that's fine. We have different interests, and that's okay. That's the reason why people have friends. However, if the only thing you know how to do with your friends is go to the club, then yeah, you should probably stay your behind at home, because you're going to end up doing something that you're going to regret. It's only based on your maturity level and the maturity level of your friend group. Do you know how to have fun with each other without alcohol and strange men? Yes or no? That'll answer the question.
Being a man is having to walk down the street to the grocery store, accidentally having to walk behind a girl who's also walking to the grocery store. So then you start slowing down your walk because you don't want her to be creeped out or be scared. So because you want her to just go to the grocery, do your thing. But you are also going to the grocery store. It turns out she's also going to the grocery store. So you walk into the grocery store, you happen to go up the same escalator, and the reason why you went to the grocery store is because you wanted the sushi from the grocery store, but she already walked the sushi section in the grocery store. So now you walk around the entire store pretending like you're buying anything else, but like you're really not, because you just wanted sushi, but you don't want her to be like creeped out or anything like that. So now you're just walking around wasting time until she's out of the sushi section, so she doesn't have to be freaked out. That's what being a man is like in today's age. Anyway, y'all want anything from Ralph's?
I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring.
You were nice until he married you, and then you showed your true colors.
Good job for putting your mother in her place. Because some of these females out here need to learn the hard way. They need to understand the error of their ways. They cannot just, use a man for their benefit and get away with it. It cannot be allowed. Even the younger generations are starting to catch on to your madness. And I know for a fact that her ex-husband is looking at this with a complete smile on his face. He is ecstatic. Nothing, and I mean nothing, will make a man happier than having his kids on his side. Yourself to this type of embarrassment. That alone should have been a sign for you to not post this at all. Almost as if that you want to get exposed for your actions. Why would you post this? How is this even possible? That is unbelievably sad. Even your kids know it. You are such a degenerate human being that your kids are telling you what you are. Your kids even know, they see through your deception. Bro, you can't fool anybody. You know it's bad if you got little, tweens telling you what you should and should be doing, man. That's how you know you're messed up, bro.
Yeah, and they gotta respond to Abby, because what they do is, well, essentially what she's doing is giving you reasons. She's giving you justification to leave the good guy. But he's not really doing anything wrong, but he's not really doing anything right. I have to delegate. Well, and then she switches it. She throws a small, subtle jab in there. He's good guy presenting. Not really doing a whole lot. I mean, if you ask him to do something, he does it to the best of his ability, but he doesn't really have a lot of drive. He doesn't really have a lot of initiative. Not like I want him to. People like that, a lot of these modern women like that, they like to trash the man and talk about what the man isn't doing, but they never really talk about how they act in the relationship. You're polite woman presenting. You're low maintenance, easygoing woman presenting. Ooh, I was going to say that I thank you for hanging that picture up, but you hung it up so badly. It was so wrong, and I was going to tell you, but I just didn't want to hurt your feelings. And so now you have to spend another 4 hours taking it down, patching up this wall because I want a certain type of paint. And so now you have to go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get that certain type of paint, and they don't have that certain type of paint anymore. So you have to special order it. Now you have to spend more money for it and wait for it for 3 weeks. And then, until then we have to go and buy something else because the wall can't be just naked and nothing on it. We have to spend some more money to get this, and we can't just throw something up on the wall because, the house has a certain aesthetic. So we got to buy a piece that's expensive, but it's only going to be there for 3 weeks. And then when we get the piece back in there, you take the piece off, paint the walls, and now we got this piece where we're going to put it at, but we have nowhere to put it at. Oh, I have an idea, and actually this is what I want you to do. I want you to build a mother-in-law suite for my parents that are coming to stay with us, that I didn't tell you that they were coming to stay with us, but you're a good guy and you're a good husband, so it is what it is. That's what they be doing. You see how it just trailed? You can actually keep on going because this is what modern women do. I'm low maintenance. I'm not asking for much. Am I crazy? Is there something wrong with me? I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. But then when you actually look at them in action, they be taking up your whole time. They be taking up your whole day with stuff that they want to do. Well, I'm just asking to be considered. You're asking to be considered every second of the day. You need to leave people alone and go get your own life. Go find you some business.
Are women more privileged than men? Yes, they are. And it's not even close. Women are loved just for existing. They get attention, compliments, protection, free drinks, doors opened for them, etc. And a man, he's invisible until he proves that he can provide, protect, perform, pay, or add value. In other words, earn your spot or disappear. Guess what? A woman can also decide if you become a dad or not. You get zero say. She's pregnant, her body, her choice, my dudes. End of story. Do you want the kid? Doesn't matter. Don't want it? Doesn't matter. 18 years of child support slammed on you without consent, and worse, she cheats. She claims the kid is yours. You raise it for years and discover that it's not yours later. Court, in many places, still force you to pay until 18 years of age. So you're screwed. One day, she wakes up unhappy, files for divorce, no proof needed, and walks with primary custody most of the time, years of child support, and many times a lifetime of alimony plus half of your assets. Oh, and she isn't required to show you that the money is actually helping your kid. It all goes to her. She can also falsely accuse you with zero consequences. She can claim abuse, rape, online to the police and in court. And if it's proven a total lie, she gets a little slap on the wrist. But you lose your job, your reputation, your sanity, and you can spend years in prison even if you're innocent. The system shields her more than the truth. Men are disposable, not women. Draft registration, men only. Most workplace deaths, Men. Most homeless? Men. Suicide rate 4 times higher? Men. The double standards never end. Man hits a woman? Monster. Jail. Woman hits a man? What did you do to her? Man cheats? You're trash. Woman cheats? She was just unhappy. He failed. The bottom line is, women get safety nets, sympathy, legal advantages, social worship, and endless help. Men don't. That is just the truth. Pretending that we're both equal is gaslighting half of the population. So wake up.
Woman explains how she married young and took her husband for granted and now regrets her decision for leaving him. Let's take a look.
I was a selfish in my marriage. I've been divorced now almost 4 years, but I was married to my ex-husband 16 years and with him 18 years. And again, I was a selfish. Nothing was ever good enough. I took him for granted. He seriously rolled out the red carpet for me. He was sweet, kind, generous. He told me how much he loved me 5 times a day. He told me how beautiful I was every day. If he'd wake me up in the morning, because he knows I love massages, wake me up rubbing my shoulders. He'd rub my feet every evening while we were watching TV. If I said, for example, oh, I'm craving a Dr. Pepper, he'd be like, okay, let me go to the corner store and get it. He adored me. He was amazing. Like, on paper, it's what every girl wants. Seriously. And yeah, I took it for granted. And now I lost that, right? And I carried a lot of guilt because I caused it. That's my biggest regret in life, is not saving, the whole family aspect. The grass is not always greener on the other side, ladies. It's not, Mm-hmm. I'm good now. I feel great. And he's super happy with his girlfriend. And honestly, I could not be happier for him, because he deserved to be loved and cared about and respected as he should have always been. So I'm so happy that he's happy.
Good for him.
Anyways, what I'm saying, ladies, the grass is not greener on the other side. If you have a good guy, take care of him. Take care of him. Trust me, there's nothing good out in these streets. He seriously set the bar. He set the bar. And ultimately, what I always wanted, I had all along. So we have good right in front of us, and we don't know how to take care of it.
I actually want to take a moment and say I respect this woman putting this out there, because for her to be fully transparent and share this to the world, there is going to be a lot of ridicule on her end, but she's being honest, and I really appreciate that. Many people won't admit this, but marry young, they don't know their worth, they have a glow up, and then they're sudden attention, and all of a sudden they want to see what else is out there. Some would call it a midlife crisis, some would call it curiosity got the best of them. And a lot of them don't know any better because there's nothing to compare it to. I think we all should take a moment to really appreciate what we have and not take it for granted. The grass is greener where you water it. What are your thoughts?
Listen, I don't know if I'm trying to convince myself or trying to convince you, but our husbands are enough. It is that time of year where we're gonna scroll and all we're gonna see is romance, romance, romance. Our husbands aren't romantic. We know this already. I literally just saw a husband like, fellas, it's this easy. It was a Dunkin' Donuts heart, and then it had little donut holes in it. Oh, and I bet you're thinking like, Joss, that's the bare minimum. I personally don't believe that. I would rather have my husband on call for any and everything I need. Hey babe, my mom's roof is messed up. Where's he at right now? Trying to figure it out, trying to fix it. Hey babe, I gotta be out of town this weekend. You got the kids? Yep. Hey babe, want to get my nails done? No problem. I have to remind myself, you cannot compare your husband to these people that you see. It's not that I don't know what I'm getting for Valentine's Day. It's is he gonna get me something this year or is he not? Because most of the time, he will come home with nothing. Any year he does get me something, it's typically the last rose at Walgreens, and it's, she's on her deathbed. Our husbands are enough. Stay with me. Our husbands are enough. But babe, if you do see this video and you are getting me something this year, just drive by Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, get me the heart with the donut holes. Leave the flowers at Walgreens. But either way, I'm not gonna complain. Everything's fine.
Can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Okay, but women are supposed to turn felons, cheaters, and liars into kings?
Ma'am. No one said that you had to be with a felon. Why are y'all out here trying to be with felons? Y'all so desperate to be in a relationship, y'all pulled an Ash Trevino and decided to hang around county jails and state prisons looking for a man? Maybe y'all trying to lock those inmates down before the other girls meet them outside of the prison and the county jail by doing congregational visits. Getting pregnant. Having twins. And finding out that guy lied to you. Because he's really getting out in 25 years, not less. What happened to I know my worth? I'm not settling for bare minimum. I'm not lowering my standard. What do you think felons are? Last but not least, no one said that women had to turn felons liars, and cheaters into kings. Y'all established it by saying, I can change him. Yeah.
Posting the men I've dated and their flags because what are they gonna do about it? Okay. So this doesn't survive the gender swap test. If a man posted all of his ex-girlfriends in their underwear and bare bodies hanging out saying, what are they gonna do about it, judging them, y'all would have a hernia and then put him on a list. Rightly so, because this is inappropriate behavior, but if you can believe it, it gets worse. Because this is the video posted right after it. Things my boyfriend has done during our relationship that have helped raise my standards. Deleted social media and all traces of women from his past. He also sets her up with regularly occurring stipends, hires a house cleaner, gives her a key to his place, and turns on location sharing indefinitely. Raise your hand if you found the hypocrisy. Raise your hand if a new fear has been unlocked. So you're telling me this man gives you an allowance, makes sure you never have to clean, lets you openly track him, then you pressure him into deleting all of his social media, making sure there is not a trace of any former woman in his life, only for you to stay online and post every ex you've ever been with. And like, he's a grown man, he has his own autonomy. If this is the life that he chooses to live, we can't save him, right? It's just the hypocrisy. And if you can believe it, it still gets worse because her husband can't have social media, but her minor children can. Seriously, here she is linking to the page, and then here it is, I've censored the children because I care about the children. I don't say this lightly, this is genuinely one of the worst possible women you could ever marry. She is not a good person. The no bottle doesn't even feel sufficient enough for this, but still, bad wife and mother. Bad.
Why do women have to prove their value, but men just have to show up?
I think it's the opposite. I think men have to prove their value and a woman just has to show up.
It depends on who you asking.
No, I think if you're pretty, you could get access to the parties, to the invite only, to the private yachts, to the billionaires club, just because they want to have you in the room. Now, we know what they want you in the room for, but if you're smart, you don't go for it. You work the room so that they invite you directly after. Whereas men got to earn the money, have the job, get the accolades, do the achievement in order to even almost have access to some of the things that she gets. Mm-hmm. So I actually feel like beautiful women get much more opportunities than men do. I just feel like for me personally, I think that as a woman, I get more opportunities than a man, because I think that men want me to be in the space, but they don't expect me to come with the character or the work ethic that I come with. And that's what keeps me in the room. What I look like might get me to the room, maybe if I know somebody, but what I'm built by or built of is what keeps me in the room.
But this is what modern women be doing. Modern women thrive on doing the bare minimum. And then they'll sit up and tell a man, well, he's doing the bare minimum. You can't get this box for the bare minimum. But then they get on here and tell you how they did the bare minimum. I'm thinking about, there was a clip recently where the man was talking about all the things that he did for his wife. Plan this date, plan this trip, buy this car, buy this ring, all of these other things. Oh, that's bare minimum. Oh, that's over the top. That sort of thing. Okay, well, what do you do for him? Is there anything? Oh, I don't do much. I just kind of, sit and rest in my feminine and my energy, and that should be enough. Lazy. That's what you're telling me. You're lazy. And that's what most modern women are. Lazy. Well, I feel like, my energy is lazy. Your energy ain't that good to where you can sit around the house and do absolutely nothing. Bare minimum. Stop getting online talking about that type of stuff. And that's why you deserve to get embarrassed by your daughter.
My young brother, listen to me. I pull up in the Rolls Royce. I pull up in the Lambo. I got the motion. And sometimes they still don't text back. Sometimes they still fall asleep at 8 p.m. on a Friday. And sometimes they're just at the club in another dude section. It doesn't get any better. It's life. I wish you the best of luck.
It can't be.
What do you mean, even when you've got the motion? While this is great communication, fantastic comms from the top down, this is like hearing Santa Claus isn't real. You mean to tell us
getting rich
isn't the solution?
Bruce Wayne, Batman himself, just basically got on the mic and told us there's no answer to the problem we've all been desperate to solve. All of the young men grinding out here to make it happen. For what? One can obtain a Rolls Royce, have immaculate motion, and get treated as if none of it mattered. What are we to believe in now? We just got insider knowledge from the upper echelon of life that the way we're going isn't the right way. It begs the question, what does one have to do to get some play?
How much money should a guy make? How much money in a month?
Me?
The guy, the man.
The man.
How much money?
I don't care if he give me loyalty, happiness, and all of those things. Those things is worth than money.
So how much should a guy make to date you?
I mean, he has to have me on a yacht twice a month, and then if I'm going to be spending time with him, he needs to pay my rent.
Let me buy you a drink.
Sure. She's not interested.
Solo chivas, solo muñecas de la discoteca. Ey, nos vieron pasar y se ponen coqueta. Toda puesta para plata, puta.
Did you know it's a group of losers if 6 to 9 women group up to plan a Valentine's? I'm over here cracking the up because that's true. When the Valentine's Day thing started, it was the loser. Let me clarify. It was definitely the loser when it started. That's who started it, a loser.
And why do y'all be at these Valentine's Day events wearing nothing but lingerie, drinking alcohol, and twerking in a room full of nothing but women? And y'all gotta stop doing weird stuff because I'm all for a good time, but what is the lingerie about exactly? Y'all can't wear regular clothes? And now I understand why y'all don't want men no more because y'all probably just want each other.
Another thing. What the is this Valentine's Day they made up? Like, I don't want to have no on Valentine's Day. I'm trying to go to Pound Town.
No, excuse me, hello. I think the Valentine's Day is exposing the girls because...
A real nigga, not you. Because he bought her, me, and him, and offered to buy you a drink. You turned to down. And you wanna be cheap. You wanna be cheap. Don't come to Vegas and be cheap. Take your home and take care of your kids. How about that? You shouldn't be at home taking care of your kids. How about that? You started me the up and I'm about to finish this. How about that? The fuck out of here. He's a real nigga, you ain't. Take your ass home and take care of all the fucking kids you got. You shouldn't even be here.
Again, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't come off weird or anything.
No, you're good.
But I'll just say some facts from my fiance's dad's family. That's their whole family. But yeah, so it's still clearing up over there in Brazil right now.
Women get so much online attention that when they show up to the actual date, they feel like they can be so incredibly picky that they could have a long list of red flags for themselves. And because they're cute, it doesn't matter. But a guy has like one thing they don't like and they're like, I'm out. I don't need this attention. I can just go home and I can look at my DMs. And then you know what happens to these women? I'll tell you. They get to be, 35 and then the panic sets in. And then suddenly, they're not getting as many DMs, right? Because the game gets old at some point and they're starting to get older and they're starting to think, well, I want a kid or I want to be married or I don't want to have to fix my own toilet. This isn't a husband for that. And then all of a sudden the panic starts to set in. And then sometimes they get to 40s and things start to change. Your body starts to change a little bit. And suddenly it's massive panic. And then they're, Chelsea Handler, drinking the wine and talking to everybody about how having kids sucks. Right?
You're not manipulating men. And I'm going to tell y'all why y'all not manipulating these men.
So I'm going to tell you more about how I manipulate men. I think my manipulation started very young when I was about 16, 17. And it was when I became a stripper. Yes, don't judge me. I'm going
to stop you right there. You wasn't manipulating nobody when you were 16, 17. Those men were predators. Okay? They would have did whatever and gave you whatever and done whatever because they were predators. That's number one. Number two, you're not manipulating men. And I'm going to tell y'all why y'all not manipulating these men. Y'all can't manipulate men in 2026 because y'all showing y'all hand. Okay, y'all showing y'all hand. The men know what cards you about to play before you even play it, because y'all think that y'all are getting all the tips and tricks online from all these different dating gurus and all these women that are teaching y'all how to quote unquote finesse men. Baby, the men are watching the same videos. Y'all get on here and y'all tell all y'all business. This lady started this video out talking about, well, let me show y'all how I manipulate men. Do you think the men can't see the videos? Do y'all think the men are not on social media? Y'all be in these comments, y'all be making video after video after video, showing your hand, telling these men exactly what it is that you do. So whenever you meet them, you see them out, you pulling the cards out of your hand, baby, they already know what you finna play. These men are 10 steps ahead of you because they already know what you gonna do. Y'all all got the same playbook, the same script, the same everything. And you think these men don't know what's going on? You think you finessing somebody? Back in the day, yeah. The women used to finesse. Why? Because they had seduction. They used to be seductive, charismatic, feminine. Y'all barely even feminine. Y'all sitting here talking about a man got to bring out your femininity. Baby, the femininity is what you got to use. That's the number one tool if you really want to finesse somebody. You got to use that femininity, but you can only a man can bring the femininity out of you. The femininity that you were born with. A man got to bring it out. But y'all finessing people, y'all get on here and tell all y'all whole stories, all y'all thought stories, all how y'all done got gangbanged and trained and ran through and all type of and then you think you finessing somebody. If a man decides to give you anything in 2026, baby, it's because he got it to give and he want to give it. It's not because you did any type of manipulation or any type of finessing. Okay? You didn't do none of that.
How many stars are on the US flag?
12? How many is it? 10?
How many states in the USA?
7.
Can you name?
No. Because I guess. You told me to guess, so I'm guessing,
name the 7 states.
I don't know.
Name the 7 states in the USA.
I don't know.
How many letters in the alphabet?
Oh my gosh. That's really embarrassing. I want to say 23.
How many years in a decade?
10.
How many are in a century?
How many are in a century?
How many years?
15? I don't know. Y'all. 12?
Some people maybe just shouldn't vote, I think.
Can I ask about your outfit?
Yeah.
Like, what went through your mind when you put it on? Where's it from?
Amazon, dude.
Amazon?
Yeah.
So what'd you look up? Like, super respectable things to wear?
No, I looked up push-up bra bikini.
Do you have a father?
Yeah. Do you know who I am?
No, who are you?
That's fine. Okay. I'm also wearing some Fashion Nova Von Dutch collab.
Oh, snap. See, if that was zipped up and other thing, I might be more respectful, but I don't know about the whole fit together. Later.
That's it?
I was just asking about the fits, yeah.
Okay, cool.
You're zipping it up now. There we go. We're changing this generation one at a time.
Girls deserve respect no matter what they're wearing.
That's not true, actually. If you're disrespecting yourself, why should I show you respect?
Are we gonna fight right now?
Do you want to fight? Hate these people. Young men that stand up for our generation. Does height matter in a guy?
Yes. If he's not 6'2" or above, he's not it.
So you're judging guys based on something they can't change, though?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, but I judge based on unnatural beauty. I see you guys got a lot of makeup on, so let's see what you look like without the makeup. Take it
No, that's disgusting. No. Height is equal to makeup?
No, it's actually not. That's the point. Because you guys can change how much makeup. I can't change my height. So you're judging based.
Yeah.
It's tough, right?
Yeah.
So just take back height matter.
No, I stand on it.
Then take the makeup off.
No, because I'm going to the next bar. I can't.
So you don't look good without makeup, is what you're saying?
I do, but like not as good.
All these girls that do this, they act all confident, and then they see themselves on the video later, and then they comment and DM me. They're like, bro, please take it down. You can't say height matters. Now, I'm not shaking your hand. I got a girlfriend, but.
What'd you make, babe?
What did I make?
Yeah.
I did a lot. So I made a mini sourdough loaf. It was like that big. And I was really worried it wasn't gonna work, but it did. Because my starter wasn't active. But I did it with burrata. And then I made potatoes and a strip steak for myself and potatoes and a skirt steak for you. And asparagus. Right on time.
And you know, once again, Jedediah coming in after the clip where the woman is hollering and screaming. My man, you know, I don't know what's going on, but I would say you need to get out of Dodge. You have to get out of Dodge. These modern women thrive on embarrassing people, even when they probably shouldn't be doing that. They thrive on embarrassing people. And you just became a video. You don't want that for yourself, especially with the way that she was looking. You don't want that for yourself. Calling you broke, whatever it is, you don't want that for yourself. Go have fun, go get you something good to eat, and just chill out on the strip. That's it. That's all you need to do. Go relax. Get up out of their face. Go find your own thing to do. And let it roll off your back, man. A lot of these modern women, they get out there and they talk a lot of trash. You notice how she was just continuing to talk over him. And when he went to go say something back, she wouldn't let him, just continue to talk over him, holler and scream. That lets you know, I don't want nobody lighting me up. I don't want nobody getting on my case. So I'm going to keep on hollering and screaming. Modern women like to dish it out, but they don't like to, they don't like to take it.
I've talked to at least 15,000 single people now. So now I learned a thing or two. Most women want a man of you guys' caliber. You guys, I'm going to give you your kudos. You're successful men. You're attractive men, well-spoken men, black men, do well, you do for the community. They all want you. Now, it doesn't matter if she's rich or poor, fine or not that attractive. They all want you. Now, we know the truth of the matter is you guys represent, really when it comes down to it, not the larger portion of the masses. You guys literally might be 10%, might even be less than that. You might be like the 5%ers, the 1%ers, but it doesn't matter because 100% of the women all want you. So what happens is, what I've learned is social media has given people insights to other people's lives. So every girl wants a man that makes bare minimum 100K, has to be attractive, faithful, prefers no kids. If she has kids, love her kids like they are your kids. Treat her kids like you created her kids. Show up for her when she needs you to show up for her. Go to church with her every day. Don't ever speak to another woman. Always be available, but work so much that you can fulfill my lifestyle. It's crazy. I'll save it for my next division is the AI guy. I'm going to make the 6'6" AI human-like man because it's literally the only man that represents this. And I think that what I've come to learn is women get really offended because they use settling. I hate the word settling because if you say, oh, you're saying I'm not good enough for a man that makes 100K. And their argument will be, well, I make that or more. So it only makes sense for me to require a man that makes what I want or more. Logically speaking, I get that. I don't have a disagreement there. But the part that they're missing, which matters the most, is that man doesn't date the same. A lot of times the wealthy man or the man that has the money, he doesn't want a broke girl, but he has enough. He goes into it knowing he's paid for everything, right? So even though you have a certain lifestyle, this man in his mind, I still got to pay for everything. So your money doesn't matter that much as you think it does.
You know what's so mind-boggling to me?
We don't know. However, I'm sure you're going to tell us. Viewer discretion is advised.
Men fumbling women. And that is really a hard thing for me to think about in reverse. Like, it's very rare that I feel like, oh, yeah, she fumbled you.
The reason a lot of y'all think that is because y'all believe a woman's high level of attractiveness has a lot to say about her character, which is not true. One has absolutely nothing to do with the other, but y'all refuse to believe that because y'all looking at this woman and saying, wow, she's so beautiful. How could she not be a great person? Well, you'd be surprised. Not to mention, y'all also believe that that attractive woman is doing that man a favor by being with him. Not understanding that he had to be somebody in order to get with her, let alone he contributes to the relationship the same way she does. Just because you are the more attractive person in the relationship doesn't automatically make you the better person in the relationship. But I'm sure y'all don't want to hear that because then it would force y'all to look at some of y'all friends, close relatives, favorite celebrities in a different light. And actually have to do real work in trying to figure out what kind of character does this person hold outside of their amazing aesthetics.
Like, Jermaine Dupri was like, how y'all know she didn't fumble me? It was Janet Jackson, brother. It's Tiana Taylor. It's Rihanna. How do you have Rihanna in your grasp? She wants to be with you, and you dropped the ball. How, like, that just never will ever register in my brain.
It'll never register because, like I said earlier, you look at these women and their high level of attraction and you pedestalize them in a certain way, which in turn says any man that gets with them is lucky to be with them, not understanding that that man can bring equal or more value than they can. But because you don't find him to be as aesthetically pleasing, you automatically think that woman is the better person in said relationship. Now, their level of attraction and high level of success is not something we can ignore. Yes, that is definitely something very valuable in a relationship. However, these women were not dating bums. They were dating highly successful and attractive men as well. Your looks and money is not what makes you a good partner in a relationship. It's who you actually are. And unfortunately, their career and the way they look can't tell us that. No different from how y'all thought Ben Affleck fumbled Jennifer Lopez until we actually got to see what kind of person she was. And only then was it like, oh man, I'm so happy Ben got away. Oh man, he dodged the bullet. Yeah, a lot of those highly attractive women be monsters. Now, I'm not saying Janet Jackson, Tiana Taylor, and Rihanna are, well, Rihanna's questionable, but that's a whole nother conversation. What I'm saying is the person you see on screen is not who you actually are dating if you actually get a chance to date them.
So it makes sense why some of y'all is fucked up. Like, you know how Cam Newton can't get over the Super Bowl? I understand why some of y'all is fucked up in the brain. Because y'all fumbled forever. There's no way to recover.
There's always a good way to recover if you're actually a good person in your relationships. And just going off the examples that you gave, the only person in a relationship is Rihanna. Janet Jackson is single. Tiana Taylor just got out of a really bad marriage and a relationship, which in turn tells me everybody has something to work on. They are not as amazing as you think they are just because they look great. But like I said earlier in the video, y'all don't want to hear none of that because it forces you to question a person that you are idolizing. And we know how much I worship these women. But you know what? Fortunately for you, you ain't got to listen to what I'm saying because I'm just a normal guy. Y'all get to change.
If you could give a single girl some dating advice, what would you say to her?
How old?
Like 21.
Just bang them all. But I will say, bang dudes quietly. Don't tell.
You got your eye open for the simp, dog. Don't let him know you out here busting it open. But hell, even if you was busting it open, the simps ain't gonna give a anyway. They just want their turn to marry your hollowed out up. But the thing is, she ain't saying that these women ain't already doing anyway. Right? They're already doing this.
Define soft life.
Soft life is ease. A nice, easy life, like everything's being taken care of. If I want to work, I can, but I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Like it's being presented to me to receive.
When I hear women talk about soft life, I oftentimes get disgusted because it just seems like they don't want, you don't want to be a teammate. You don't want to be a partner. You want to be a companion. Like, you know what I'm saying? A companion, like you just here to kick it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I done did everything. So I done took all the risks. I done made all the investment and you want to eat. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if we were, because you have business, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like if you would let me partner in your business where you pay for everything, you take all the risk. And then I'm like, yeah, but when you hit though, it's ours. It's ours. And you live a soft life. Look at me crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So just that proposition, like that proposal to me be like, yeah, I want a soft life.
Yeah,
like, I don't understand why any man would look at that and be like, cool.
Well, I've experienced,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then how you making my life soft? Or am I supposed to have the hard life so you can have the soft life?
I hear you. A lot of people feel exhausted from dating and relationships, and I think there's a reason behind that. Modern relationships are very emotionally intense. We are dating for multiple years, we are moving in together, we're sleeping with each other, and then we're breaking up all throughout our teens and 20s. So by the time a lot of us hit our late 20s, early 30s, instead of being in a position where we are ready to get married, a lot of us are going through a healing journey instead. That's why I want to point out that historically, people did not experience heartbreak like this. They were more reserved, relationships were slower, and if anything, people did not get that emotionally, intimately invested until they were ready for marriage or actively married, which means they didn't have to spend a decade healing from repeated emotional trauma the way that some of us do. And I do want to add this last part, even though it might be hard to hear, and that is that healing is important, but I don't want you to heal yourself into isolation. Because if later on you realize that things like love, marriage, family were things that you wanted, it might be a case where we're a little late. You know, because the options only get fewer and fewer. We all know that. And so I'm just saying, don't close the door on something that you might want to open back up later.
They be saying like a woman would submit naturally if a man was leading properly. I be saying like that. And I just be wondering, if I got to go off and do my man on my own, right? Develop my leadership skills and all that. Why the f do I have to make you submissive? Ooh. Why do I have to make you a follower? Again, I'm not talking to y'all because you know nobody ever wears that shoe. I'm not talking to y'all. I just be seeing these memes that say that men are the reason that women are not feminine and that men are the reason. I'm not saying we ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm just saying if I solely have to do with my process as far as me becoming a leader and becoming more masculine or whatever you deem that to be, then why is it that I also have to be responsible for the process that you have to go through to become an effective follower? I'm just saying if I gotta go do my work, you go do yours, and let's meet when we both healthy. You feel me? Because a lot of these questions be coming from an unhealthy place. You expect a man to somehow bring a structure into some that you're not ready to follow.
He said it all.
You know, the woman was talking about keep the guy in your back pocket for whenever you want to settle down and marry somebody. Don't mess around with him. Don't give him anything. Just keep him there until, you know, you get ready to settle down and get away from your days of being out in the street. Depending on what campus, what school you go to, depending on the area, he might already know that. So you trying to keep it from him, he might already know what you're up to. So you trying to run back and get him, it might be time for you to pack up and go to another city. Depending on what you've been doing, where you've been doing that, it might be time for you to pack up and go to another country. France, here I come. Italy, here I come. On another part, in another part of the world where they don't know who I am, and now I'm just the best thing since sliced bread. That might be what you need to do. That might be the move right there. Because modern women, they act crazy, talk crazy, do stupid stuff online, and you know what it is? You know what it is? Modern women, they don't want to be held accountable for their actions. Say you stay in the same city, right? And you know you've been acting crazy. And, you know, now you want a good guy. You might actually get to the good guy, but you're gonna have to take some punishment for it, because now you got men that you're going to date, and the good guy might say, I don't know about it. Let me give me some time to think about it, right? And that good guy might take 3 or 4 months to actually think about even coming around, to even consider dating you, to even consider taking you out and being seen out in public with you. And that time you say, oh man, I ain't gonna let one monkey stop no show, and you get around your girls, yeah, go out and date all the men, and this and that. Well, unfortunately for you, the men that you're dating already know about your past, and they know what you've been up to, so they give you a hard time about it until you can't find nobody. And so you got to endure that. But modern women don't even want to go through that. They just want people to forget about what they was doing, chalk it up to, I was just having a good time. Don't charge it to me.